Hello everyone, Gritz here. Well, Bear is my latest sub to ask for a more tutorial version of the game, so I thought I would go ahead and give it a try, see if I can't help you guys learn something about the game, and maybe you'll get interested and play it. So, let's go ahead and start a brand new world. I'm going to go ahead and sign the name Gritz Derp. And we'll go ahead and still use the Naviskane County map. And we're going to set it to survival single player. Now, basically, 7 Days to Die is a sandbox game for survival. So your goal is to use the resources around you, do some crafting, make yourself a nice little base that you can hide in. Now, during the day, you have a handful of zombies around, and they move kind of slow, and you actually have a chance to defend yourself and even attack. In the dark, however, the zombies become very fast, almost World War Z type zombies, and you have no chance of outrunning them. You have to defend yourself or die. Now, when we're doing the setup on this, we'll go ahead and use the adventure setting, which is not just for the new recruits anymore. It means we've had a little bit of experience with the game. We're going to go ahead and set the daylight hours to 18. That means the zombies will only be fast for those 6 hours at night. The zombie running, we're just going to set to default. We can make it so they're always fast and basically you're hosed, or they never run. But where's the fun in that? So we'll leave that at default. The aggression will be normal, and the persistent profiles, the player must keep their profile. Okay, yeah, we don't want to change our profile. So we'll go ahead and leave that on. So those are the standard options. Now the modified options, you can set your 24-hour day cycle. So from, for example, 6 in the morning till 6 in the morning will take 40 real-time minutes. You have multiple options there. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 40. Block durability 100%. That means when you're beating on a block, it's 100% of what the game designers wanted. Loot abundance is 100%. If you've been watching some of my videos, you'll notice that I'm a little disgruntled that we're having trouble with actually looting things. But we'll go ahead and leave it, again, where the game designers wanted it. Loot respawn time, let's go ahead and keep that at the 5. That means if you loot a car or a trash bag 5 days from the time you've looted it, it will respawn and you can loot it again. Drop on death. Okay, I usually been running this with the backpack only. You could have it set to tool belt only or everything. What that basically means is when you die, at the location you die, a backpack will be placed there. In that backpack, what do we want to have in there? I have it set to backpack only. That's the items that are in your inventory. The stuff on our tool belt, which is our hot bar, I keep those. So when we comes time to run back to pick up the backpack, at least we have something to defend ourselves with. Enemy memory 30 seconds. That means if what does it say? This is the time, real-time seconds, the zombie will pursue something. Okay, so if it senses you, it will follow you for 30 seconds. If you are out of its range, after 30 seconds, it will stop following you. Enemy spawn, set that to very low. We're kind of learning. If you set that up too high, then you're just going to be inundated with zombies and you will never be able to get anywhere. Airdrops every 3 days. We can set that to every day or every 7 days. I think we'll stick with 3 days. That means it should airdrop on the 3rd or 4th day. Probably the 3rd day and then again on the 6th day. Now, 7 days to die. Why did they call it that? Well, quite frankly, every 7 days, you are going to be hit with a monster zombie horde at night. They will tear the building out from underneath you, tear into your base, tear into your cave, and you're just in big trouble every 7 days. So if you do not have a base set up by day 7, you're probably going to die repeatedly. Cheat mode is off. Why would we want to cheat? We're here to either get spanked or do the spanking. Mark airdrops. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. I thought I had turned that on in our survival series that comes out every Wednesday. But I didn't see it on the last airdrop. I didn't see on the map. So let's turn it on and see if we can get that part of it to work. So that's pretty much all of the setup. Let's go ahead and start the game. It's going to take a little while, a few seconds at least, to build the world and get us into it. I will probably do a jump cut at this point, and we'll see you in a second. Okay, so we have started the game. We basically just woke up 7 a.m. on day 1, and there's a note here. Dear friend, the wasteland can be an unforgiving place, and you look like you could use some help. Enclosed is a short guide to help you survive. If you complete it, we just might take in a new citizen. The White River Settlement, it's real, it's safe. Now, basically what that is up here in the upper right hand corner, you can see that it's telling you it wants you to build a stone axe. So you're supposed to gather 2 plant fibers, gather 2 wood, gather 2 stone, and then actually craft the axe. Okay, so you're going to use your mouse to look around, look down, look up, and spin around. You have your probably what you would consider standard keys. W, A, S, and D will move you through the world. You can see here there's a fire. This is a burning biome. There's a house in front of us and burned out Hulk over on that side. These are the trash cans that you can search. E to search for the inside the trash. Now here this brings up what is actually in the trash. You can hit R to take all, or you can click on the item and it'll tell you about it. You can click and drag, and then that gives you the item that you can then place in your inventory area. This is the backpack you are carrying. This is your toolbar. This is the items that you're currently have hotkeys for, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 8. And these are the items you get to keep when you die. So let's go ahead and just do that. We'll talk about most of this stuff here shortly. Now, you can loot anything that is 3-dimensional in the game. So, you know, there's trash on the ground. There's nothing here for you to loot. This car, however, you can go ahead and loot that. Okay, it has some glue, and glue is useful for making your own duct tape. So we'll go ahead and take that by hitting the R key. That was a odd sound, but I don't see anything around. There's some more trash There's a trophy and a casino token. Again, we'll just grab all this stuff for now, and we'll talk about it later. Tin can and some brass. So we're starting off with a lot of miscellaneous stuff. We have a candy tin and 11 pieces of paper. And a brass doorknob. So, we can loot the body as well. Ooh, I think we just walked through it. Backpacks are also spawned randomly around the area. And wow, this is a good backpack. We have an iron reinforced club, a hunting rifle receiver, more food, and hunting rifle parts. Okay, so to collect plant fiber, we're just going to punch it with our hand. And you can see we have officially collected 2. What in the hell is that? That fire was moving awfully weird. Okay, I saw a stone back here that we can pick up using the E key. And there's another stone there. Okay, now we need to gather some wood. We can just literally just punch a tree. In the bottom right, you see we just got 1 piece of wood. We got another piece of wood, and if we keep hitting it, we'll get more and more pieces. Now, the type of tool you use will help determine what you get out of it. This tree has 1,000 hit points. It's down to 991. But we've only collected... let's go ahead and go into our inventory, which is the not the I key. Tab key. We'll just hit the tab key for now. Let's get the iron reinforced club into our toolbar in case we need to use it. We only got 4 pieces of wood out of that. We dropped the tree 9 hit points, but we only got 4 pieces of wood. If you use more advanced tools, you will get more product out of what you're attacking. So we have to create a stone axe. We got everything we need for that up here in the upper right hand corner. So let's go ahead and type axe in the search menu. Click on stone axe. It tells you here what you have and what you need to create that. So we can go ahead and craft that. Down here it said 4 seconds for that to be crafted. It is now crafted. It's a level 1 axe. And let's go ahead and put that in our toolbar. Anytime you want to get out of this menu, you can hit the escape key. Now, it's already almost 11 o'clock. So at some point, we're probably going to want to get into that house, clear it, and make sure we have a safe place to hide overnight. For now, you can see up in the upper right hand corner, it wants us to craft plant fiber clothing. Now we are in the burning biome again. It's a very hot place. Any clothing we craft, we can go ahead and put on, but we're probably going to have to take right off again. If we hit the tab key, we have our crafting menu, we have our character menu, we have our map. Let's go ahead and look at that. This is the area of the map that we are. Tells you what the temperature's like, the time of the day, the wind speed, and our elevation. And this is a fairly large map. So as we scroll our mouse wheel to zoom out, you can see that there's a lot around us that we don't know anything about yet. Up here we have our skill points. These are the different items that we can put our skill points into. There are, we currently have 0 points available, and we have all skills, firearms, weapons, tools and traps, clothing, scavenging, health, and miscellaneous. And you can also hit the different pages by just clicking here. Okay, then we have our quests. That's what we're currently working on right now here in the side. So we need to gather plant fiber, craft a shirt, shoes, pants, hood and gloves. This is the one we've already finished. You see all the green check marks. And then here, that tells about other people that are on the server. We're playing a single player, so it just doesn't matter. So let's go back to our character. This is the character we set up, and is set up for persistence. So, you know, we get the same character that I've had all along. We can see here the different stats of the character. We have nothing in crafting, nothing in weapons, nothing in fire. We have 0 radiation. Our temperature modifier is nothing, and this is how wet we are. Let's go ahead and get rid of... how do we just hide it? Okay. I just wanted to get rid of here because it was blocking us. We're level 1. Our wellness can be up to 200 hit points. We start with 100 hit points. Our food is at 98%. As that goes down, we will need to eat our food. Our water is at 88%. Again, we have bottled water. Feels like that's telling us the temperature around us right now. And temperature seems to be hovering somewhere around about 73 degrees. Number of kills, number of time we've killed players, doesn't matter, single player world. How many times we've died, how far we've traveled, how many items we've crafted, and the longest we've lived. A whole 10 minutes at this point. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about the character. Actually, one more thing. This is when you put your clothes on. These are the different items that you have. And certain items will offer certain levels of protection against rain, radiation, fire, damage, things like that. So, let's go ahead and go inside the house for now and start securing that area so that when the time comes, we're good. So I'm going to carry the club in case we get jumped by any zombies inside. Let's go ahead and check our mailbox real quick. And there's nothing. Okay, the door is unlocked, so we can go right in. Sounds are very important in this game. That's how you'll know when somebody is coming for you. There's a lot of glass in this building, so we're gonna have to replace all of this because that's gonna just let the zombies in. For now, let's go ahead and search the cupboards and see if we can find anything. There's another bottle of water. Nothing. Two empty jars. We'll go ahead and take those for now. There will be a way for us to, there's 2 more jars to collect water and then purify it so that, okay, there's that sound I was telling you about. That sounds like a burning zombie. So we'll have to keep our eye open for that. We can collect water and purify it, so it's good to have a handful of jars on you. Probably not too many. Okay, we have a fancy toilet here in front of us. And we have some murky water. The walls are somewhat falling apart on us. Each block has a different level of durability, and again, that's one of the things we'll talk about later, probably tonight once we find ourselves feeling somewhat secure. I have no idea what that sound was. Okay, stairs to the outside. So this particular building has a lot of ways to get in and out of. We're going to want to secure most of that. The zombies pathfinding to the door seems to be fairly good. So if it senses you in the building, it will try to come in through the door first. The durability of the door probably going to be less than the durability of like a wall block. This also already has a campfire, most of which we'll talk about later. So this building is falling apart, but it is definitely a place to stay at night. So I think the first thing we should do is go outside, start collecting a lot of wood so that we can do some repairs on this building. Now, when you're inside, these trees make it difficult to see your surrounding area. So let's go ahead and take the axe, and we'll use the left mouse to just beat on that tree. You can see we're pulling out 6 pieces of wood every time we hit it. And let's just get a lot of wood stored up. We'll run around, look for miscellaneous trash piles and small stones. We should also probably pick up that plant fiber so that tonight, while we're shut in, we have something to do. We're just gonna beat this tree until it's done. Now you can see in the background off to the left, there's a rabbit hopping around. If you can catch it, you can skin it, use the skin, use the food, cook the food. There's other animals, bear. Okay, there are bear, deer, pigs. Okay, cinder block, hit it with our axe, and we get stone out of it. So that's a good way to get stone rather than just running around and picking up little stone pieces. There's another trash bin. That one has a old sham sandwich. You can see here that it will give you a plus 15 fullness, so that goes against your food total, but you have a 50% chance of getting food poisoning. And you really don't want to eat that unless you don't have any other choice. You can starve to death in this game. Keep that in mind. So there may come a time where you may take a little bit of food poisoning just to make sure you survive. Okay, we're going to pick up plant fiber. Let's go ahead for right now and turn the questing back on so that we can see what it is we're supposed to be doing. We have 10 out of 35, and we'll just keep hitting this stuff until it turns green. Okay, there is a zombie somewhere. It has sensed us. You can hit the left control key, and that will let you duck to the ground. And at the same time, you can see it says hunted in the middle. It might say sensed. It might say undetected. Now, I saw off on the distance that it is a crawler coming at us, so it'll be a while before he gets here. I'm just going to take a few more minutes to pick up some more plant fiber. Okay, we just lost our axe. We do have our level 8 club that we are going to use to try and hit him. Now, he will hit back. You also cannot just spam click. You cannot spam click on it. It will there's a certain recharge time, cooldown time, I should say. So we want to keep hitting him. We do not want him to get too close to us. He is now dead. We can search him. And he has 2 tokens and candy tin. Okay, he will go immediately to these gore blocks, which will take time to degrade. But, oh, and there's a burner. We don't like burners. We will go ahead and hit the control key to, I'm sorry, the shift key to run. And we are now undetected because we were able to get out of his line of sight. Basically, the burners will set you on fire if you get too close to them, and does a lot of damage to you. So we're just going to let him just walk right on by for now. Let's go ahead and go back into crafting, and we're going to make another axe. And again, it was 4 seconds. Now, this axe is coming out as a level 2 axe. We got skills for making it the first time, and each time you make it, it will be slightly more advanced. Okay, we got nothing in the old trash. That burner probably just went right on by and right down that hill. They are not, obviously, the smartest things in this game. Hopefully you are smarter. Okay, so you can see we just turned green. There's another zombie coming around the left side of the building there. And we are still undetected. So we got all the plant fiber we need. So let's go ahead and go into the house for now. We're going to use E to open the door because it is unlocked, and E to close it. Now, things that we will want to do to protect ourselves over the night. There are wooden frames, and that is actually one of the missions we're going to do, but we spent so much time talking that I haven't really run through the missions, so I'm going to go ahead and skip a couple of steps. But we can go ahead here and type in frame and find the wooden frame. And then that tells you that we have 614 pieces of tree. We need 5. So let's go ahead and kick this up, and we'll go ahead and make 10 frames. It's going to take 24 seconds to make them all. And there's the first one. We'll put those in our toolbar for now. And as they're making it, we can go, it is in the 6th position in our toolbar, so we can hit the 6 key, and that brings the frame up. We can go ahead and line it up to where we want it, hit the right key, and it's going to place it. And then we'll put another one on top. So now, if anything tries to come through that door, it will have to bust through the frames also, just offering a little extra protection. We're going to do the same thing here for the stairwell. And okay, we are still undetected, but I'm hearing something. Interesting. I can't put that frame. I'm hearing a beating on the house, and I'm trying to talk and think at the same time. We put the frames here in the stairway, so if anything tries to come up the stairs at us, again, they'll have to beat on those, and that gives us a little bit of extra time to maneuver and get out of dodge, basically. Now, let's talk about these blocks. You can see this floor block here. It is pretty much nothing but a frame. That means it's damaged. These blocks here have a higher durability. If we were to hit these with our axe, you can see that it had 200 durability. We took away 15. I can go ahead and right click with the axe and repair it. So let's look at this frame here. You cannot pick up this frame because you did not place it, but you can repair it. And it is now repaired. One of the problems with it is you can't see through the floor anymore, but then it also doesn't give you the feeling that you're going to fall through the floor either. Same with these windows. They have a certain level of durability, and we can go ahead and break them out, and that gives us the ability to look outside. Now, I like to put frames back in there. I can still see through it, but I'm less likely to fall out of it. And again, if you've seen any of my videos, chances are I am going to fall out of these windows at some point. You can see all of these pieces here are just decrepit and falling apart. We can go ahead and take our axe, right click on it, and it will repair it. Now you can see at the bottom our construction is level 2. Anytime you do anything within the game, you are going to get points for something. So let's go ahead and finish repairing this block, and you can see that in the bottom right it took 10 pieces of wood to repair that block. It only took us 5 pieces of wood to create this frame, but if we were to upgrade this frame, it would take 10 pieces, so it would basically take 15 to get to that point. So it is worthwhile to repair what's existing. Okay, now we talked about durability. We hit this, it has 200 points. We right click, we fix it. But if we right click it again, we upgrade it one more time, costs us another 10. Okay, that sound tells you it is officially nighttime and the zombies are going to start hauling ass. You do not want to be outside when that happens. Okay, so we just upgraded this block in front of us, so now if we hit it, you can see it's 200 points. Once we get down to the 200 points, it'll change back to the other block, 200 points, change back to the other block, 200 points. So this is now a 600 point block right here. It has also gotten very dark inside here. So we have a torch that we can walk around with, and that will let us carry the light with us. We can also right click and mount it, and that gives the room light. That light will affect the zombies. So when we were talking about how fast the zombies move, if there's enough light in the room from your torches, it will slow down the zombies, giving you a chance maybe to get a couple extra attacks in on it. So we're now bedded down for the night. We'll be here until at least 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's go ahead and work on our plant fiber clothes. So we will hit tab to go into our crafting menu. We can click on clothing here, and you can see here we have plant fiber gloves, hood, pants, shirt, shoes. Now we need pants, shirt, hood, shoes, and gloves. So we'll just click on it, and we only want one. We could hit here, and that will give us the maximum number. We do not need 7 of them. Or we can just adjust it with these arrows. So let's go ahead and craft a hood. We'll craft pants, shirt, shoes, and gloves. As they're being manufactured, you can see here that this will be changing. It also tells us how long it's going to take to make those items. So another 10 seconds and we'll be done with everything. Okay, you can also see here the very first, our tailoring skill is level 2. our very first thing we made was a level 1. The pants were second, they're level 4, level 12, level 20, level 24. We got better at making things as we went along. Now, we can see that our next quest is to actually wear the items. So let's take a look at our character here real quick. We can see that the temperature is just about 70 degrees, and we have nothing in here. If we click on the item, we can drop it, scrap it, or wear it. This item will help us against concussive force, 9% against puncture, 6% against radiation, 12% against fire, but it's going to raise our temperature by 2 degrees Fahrenheit. It gives us 5% waterproofing. So as we wear these items, you can see here we're now wearing that plant fiber hood. Let's put on our breeches and our shirt and our shoes and our gloves. Okay, so our character now has a plus 10 temperature rating. And you can see here the temperature is rising rapidly. You will overheat in this game. As your temperature rises, you'll use more water, causes just all kinds of problems. We have 9% against weapons, 12% fire, 6% radiation, plus 10 temperature, water, 25% protection, but we are still getting hotter. So we can go ahead and click on it and just start taking these items off. You can see here that our temperature rating is lowering, and our temperature here is now lowering. This is a nice feature of the game. Being in the burning biome, you don't want to wear a lot of clothes. But if you are in an Arctic biome, you're going to want to put on a lot of clothes before you freeze to death. So, you know, it's another level added to the game that I think is a neat thing. Okay, let's see. We have to gather 5 wood, which we have, and we need to craft a wooden club. Now, we found this level 8 iron reinforced club, but it wants us to craft a club. So let's go ahead and craft a wooden club. We'll make one of them. Now you can see our club is a level 1 because that is our skill level. Durability, it's got 100 hit points itself, and it's a brand new club. Our weaponsmithing skill is 1. The damage is 6. If we hit a block with it, it does 3. The effect is blunt force trauma, 10%. We can throw it in the fire. It'll burn for 30 seconds. We can repair it with wood. And our blunt skills is 1. If we click on the iron reinforced, we can see that its durability is down, but it only does 3.8 damage to the whatever versus 6 points of damage. However, the trauma is 10%. On the iron reinforced club, because there's a little bit more mass behind it, you now have a 20% blunt force trauma. You'll need to figure out what it works best for you. Personally, I don't like to be that close to the zombies. So our next quest is to build a bow and arrows. Now again, every time you build something, you're going to get more skill points. So I recommend that you go around, find as many feathers as possible, and build your arrows first to build up your skill. Then when it comes time to build the bow, you're not going to build a level 1 bow. You're going to build something higher. So we will need to go outside and work on gathering feathers. We're going to want to fix up the house and I think that is probably enough for this episode. We have covered a lot of ground. It is 2:30 in the morning, and so I'm going to call the end of the episode here. And next episode, we'll talk a little bit more about the bow, about the campfire, and about repairs or different ores in the game. Not ores. Building blocks, let's call it that. So, until next time, be safe.